Today we're going to be looking at how you can use your creativity and hobbies for God. I'm Aidan, and welcome to A Pastor's Life for Me. So I'm here at the Bible college that I graduated from. They're having an alumni soccer tournament and a bunch of my friends came down for it. So I thought I'd drop by and, see them. I also have a secondary motive. The college actually hired me a couple months ago to produce some promotional videos for their master's degree program, and I finished those up a couple weeks ago, and so I dropped them off here as well. If any of you are interested in getting a master's degree, I can't recommend this program enough. They've designed the program to take 3 weeks of your year for 3 years for you to get your degree, and you can take up to 6 years if you want. This way, it allows people with busy lives to be able to get a higher education. But this actually leads me into our topic for today. We worship a creative God who has given us the gift of creativity and imagination. Part of us being made in the image of God is that we have intelligence and creativity. For me personally, I love and have a passion for making videos and short films. During my time here at Bible College, I made a couple short films and I made some videos as well, and through that, I was hired to make these promotional videos for the college. That's just one way that I've been able to use my passions and my creativity for God. Another way is through this channel. I began prepping to do this channel about 3 years ago. Now, I quickly realized that there's no way I'm gonna be able to do these videos and school at the same time. But now that I'm not in Bible college, I started up the channel. I'm able to combine my passion for teaching as well as my passion for making videos. The point of even starting this ministry was to give you all a channel that supported good things and helped you grow in your knowledge of the Word. This channel isn't solely about teaching, but it's also about entertaining you. There's so much garbage on YouTube, stuff that doesn't have any benefit to you. I've found some very entertaining channels, but I had to stop watching them because they just weren't appropriate anymore. There's a lot of language or even suggestible topics. So I thought to myself, there needs to be a channel that's clean and entertaining, but also profitable to people watching it. That's why I made this channel, so that you could have a good alternative. So whether it's a video that's entirely on teaching with some montages thrown in, or a video that's 95% a project like casting a bronze cross, and only 5% teaching, it is still good for you. A little bit of foreshadowing, but hopefully that video is gonna come soon. When I say use your creativity for God, I don't mean that has to be primarily for teaching. Though that's what I do here on the channel, it doesn't have to be what you do. There tends to be this misconception with some Christians who will say things like, if it's not speaking about God or if it's not focused on God, then we shouldn't be doing it. It's just a waste of time. Now, I agree that everything that we should do should be God honoring and should give God glory. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we can't do fun stuff. Building fellowship with believers through playing video games or board games or watching a movie can be God-focused. Growing closer to believers involves doing things outside of church with them. Building fellowship with believers through fun activities is just one example. Another is that you can actually use this type of creativity to be a witness to others. Something one of my friends from here enjoyed doing was playing online team games. And through that, he was able to evangelize and share the gospel with people he played these games with. And through this avenue, he was also able to start somewhat of an online Bible study where they would finish a game and they would just talk a little bit about God. During my time here, I played on the traveling soccer team. And often we would play against people who weren't Christians. We would try our best to play with integrity, to display God to the other team. Some players from the other teams did pick up on this, and this led to conversations where we were able to share the gospel with them. We were also able to play with teams from other Christian colleges. And this was always an encouragement because at the end of the tournaments, we would all get together in a group and pray for one another. It was just this great way to build encouragement and build up the body of believers. And this is just two ways that the primary focus was not the teaching, but we use creativity in our hobbies and the things that we enjoy as a method to share the gospel with others. Now, some are still gonna say that we shouldn't be doing this and it's just a waste of time, but I actually strongly disagree with that. We are called to be in the world, but not of it. Our lives and everything that we do should display God. Now, this doesn't mean that wherever you go, you loudly shout out the gospel to anybody who can hear it, but I'm reminded again of Matthew 5:14-16. Jesus told us we're the light of the world. You don't take a light and put it under a basket so nobody can see it. You take that light and put it on a lampstand so its light can shine before others. In the same way, we are the light of the world, and we let our lights shine so that others may see it, so that they may see our good works and give glory to the Father who is in heaven. So use your creativity as a means to share the gospel with others. We're gonna go find one of my friends. His name is Joe. Joe was the captain of the student fellowship committee last year, and he asked me to be a part of that committee. And basically what we did is plan events to bring fellowship to the student body. This ranged from playing games to a coffee shop with live talents to even nights of worship. This is my friend Joe.
What's up?
We're gonna have to get him out on the channel sometime soon. He makes some amazing spoken words.
Through all of our pride, His grace is enough. Over all of our sin, His grace is enough. For all of us. Our God is so much bigger.
This is just one way that he uses his creativity for God. And I hope, sometime soon we can do that. Another way that Joe and I use our creativity for God is through drama. Joe is on the traveling drama team here at the college, and we've both been a part of the school's Christmas program. The program usually gets about 800 to 1,000 people out, and many of them aren't Christians, but the gospel is shared to all of them in the play. I mentioned earlier that I make short films, and in the last one that I made, Joe had a major role in it. The purpose of the film was to remind believers that even though we go through these trials and these sufferings, we still need to push through, and that we need to fight the good fight of the faith, as Paul says to Timothy in both of his letters. At some point next year, I am going to release that film onto YouTube, but first I'm going to hire somebody to redo the music for it so that it's more professionally done. I was quite rushed when I made it originally. So I've shown you a few ways in which you can use your creativity for God. Whether that's through sports or music, art, photography, drama, making videos, pretty much anything, you can use that creativity for God. As 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, so whether you eat or drink, whatever you do all to the glory of God. God has given us talents and He created us to be creative. So whatever you're doing and whenever you're doing it, do it for the glory of God. And if you can't think of something, try thinking outside of the box. Something that you may not be comfortable doing, but God may be pushing you in that direction. And just think of some areas or hobbies that you would like to do in your life and think of creative ways to tell people about Jesus through that. But we're gonna leave it there for today, so give this video a thumbs up and put a comment below on what ways you use your creativity for God. I'd love to hear about them. Smash that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications because we're gonna have a lot of really great videos coming soon. Until then, remember, know the word, do the word, and share the word. But as always, do it in love.